If you're stuck on a long plateau in the gym and you haven't been making any progress towards building muscle, maybe it's time to change up your workout plan. Today, I'm going to talk about several flaws that you could have in your workout plan and how to fix them. And stick around till the end because the last flaw has the most people off guard. So, the first flaw is not targeting the aesthetic muscle groups. So, let me break down for you the aesthetic muscle groups: the shoulders, the chest, the abs, the upper back, the neck, and again, obviously, the arms, the forearms more so than the arms, and the legs, specifically the glutes. So, what is not an aesthetic muscle group? I listed almost all of them now, right? Well, the calves and the like wait yeah the calves, the lower back, lower chest as well. You want to be focusing on upper chest. So when you target these, you're wasting time because they don't make your body look better. For example, your calves, it just ruins your athleticism, doesn't necessarily make you look better for training them. Your lower back, again, stops lower back problems, doesn't make you look better in doesn't make you, the muscle in your lower back doesn't make you look better at all. And forearms definitely do, and rear delts, definitely one of the aesthetic muscle groups. Also, yeah, so basically, those are the main issues. People who train calves, it's a big waste of time. So the next reason is that you're always changing up your workout. Now, this one applied to me for so long, and basically, this is an issue with mental strength and boredom, which all of us can experience. However, I think that it is a phase that you should skip if you're new in the gym, because it's not going to cause you any benefit at all to be switching up workouts every week. Basically, just stick to one workout for at least 3 months. Even if it's like, unless it's a really bad workout, just stick to it. Don't try to reinvent the wheel every week. Just stick to one workout and see how much better your results will be, because you're giving your body actual time to progressive overload and improve at the exercises that you're doing. So not only will your strength go up, but you're also directly targeting your muscle better if you're lifting more weight. So you'll also build more muscle this way than if you were trying to shock the muscle and change your workout every week. The next mistake in your workouts is that you're not training hard enough. So this applies to a lot of people because they don't quantify how hard they're training. So let me explain. There are two terms that we're going to use: technical failure and mechanical failure. Since you're probably a beginner, we're going to talk about technical failure. And if you want to know more about mechanical failure and like advanced training techniques, you should buy my program, which is coming out in a couple weeks when I finish working on it. Because in there I have a full fitness guide to an aesthetic body, which I think you will benefit from greatly at any stage of lifting. So, when you're not training hard enough, right? Got a bit off track there. So there's technical failure, which means you can't complete another clean rep. What does this mean? So that when you reach that is called failure. And when you don't reach that is called before failure. However, there's ways to quantify before failure, if that makes sense. Sure, you don't need to go to failure on each set, but a lot of people aren't even close. For example, when I do a pretty hard set, there will be about 1 rep in reserve if I don't reach failure. And that means I have an RPE of 9, rate of perceived exertion of 9. And then there's also, like for example, if I'm 2 reps in reserve, then the rate of perceived exertion is 8. If I'm 3 reps in reserve, which is already pretty easy, then the rate of perceived exertion is 7, and so on. Basically, you want to make sure that for every set, you're within that 8 to 10 RPE, at least for technical failure. Mechanical failure, totally different. You could still probably do like 10 more half reps, so there's no way to really quantify that except for absolute mechanical failure. But yeah, a lot of people just don't track how hard they're training, and which means they sometimes leave a lot more reps in the tank than they should. You should always be having this consistency so that you don't just suddenly stop training as hard. You don't realize, and then for weeks or months, you're not making any progress because you're not training as hard. And the final mistake in everyone's workouts is too much volume or too much frequency. I get it. When you're in the gym, you want to be in there for a long time. You like it, so you come back every day. But that's not necessarily optimal for gains, because if you're in the gym every day, you're not giving yourself any time to rest. And when are you building muscle? Not when you're in the gym, outside the gym, when you're resting and recovering. If you don't give yourself that time for rest and recovery, all your efforts are a waste of time, and you're just overtraining without any real benefit to it. It's a lose-lose situation if you're overtraining. You're spending more effort and gaining less muscle. How much should you train per week? No more than 5 times per week. I train 3 times per week at this point. When I was on my come up trying to build more muscle, right now I don't need to train as much to maintain it. I was training 4 to 5 times a week. Never should you train 6 or 7 times a week, especially not as a beginner. Definitely not, because it's not something that you should try. You're gonna overtrain, and burning out is not a problem, of course, because you can come back in like a week. But you're gonna overtrain. You might get injured very easily if you train 6 to 7 days a week. Very, very likely. And you're not making as much progress as if you lifted 4 times a week or 3 times a week with double the intensity. And also, this also applies to too much volume just in your every workout. So for example, you're doing like 7 sets per exercise. You're doing the 30 sets for chest like Arnold did. Whereas you can just lower the amount of sets to 2 to 3 per exercise, and go to technical failure, and you achieve the same results as 7 easy sets, which I would prefer doing 2 hard sets to 7 easy sets, always, for the same results, of course. And yeah, that's it for this video. Your actionable step is to see your workout plan, see if you maybe have too much volume or frequency in it, and try to cut down on it and train more intensely so that you can actually build more muscle without overtraining. And that's it for this video. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, check out one of these 2 videos that pops up here, and embrace progress, not perfection. See ya.